Oh, fail. Right off the bat, it fails. How's it going, everybody? I'm actually tuned into BitLooney's stream at the same time. I know some of you guys, Phil, probably some others coming from BitLooney's stream. If you haven't ever seen BitLooney, he's awesome. You got to check him out. He's a fun dude. He's been doing YouTube longer than me, and he was actually definitely one of the first ones. I think I even saw his video about LEDs before I watched Bruh, Ben, old Ben. So, how's it going, Pepino? Reese, where can I find this dancing squirrel video so I can use it for my HA background? It's mine. DrZzs gave it to me. I can send it to you. Should probably make it available somewhere. Maybe we should ask DrZzs. I'm sure he wouldn't mind you using it. All right. So I was just about to finish this. Put this nice looking snapshot. What do you call it? Thumbnail. Got to put on a nice looking thumbnail. And I was making sure my LEDs were working tonight, and they are. It's beautiful. And here we go. Da 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 da. All right. Can you hear BitLooney in the background here? I'll turn him off. He's a good dude. I like old BitLooney. He's a good dude. Be fun to hang out with. One of those guys that's fun to hang out with. Can't wait to get a blue. They're sold out for Australia. Are they? I wonder if they are, if they're, I guess, because he said they had like redistributors, right? They had different people in different countries, so they probably had a certain number for each country. Sold out everywhere. I was kind of wondering, that's where I was going with that, Rune. That's where I was going. Hey, Jacob. Must have just started. Me, I did just barely start. Can't get a blue. They're sold out for Australia. Oh, AJ, I'm sorry. Now I'm feeling even more wicked because I have one. You guys can't get them and I've got one. Oh, a nice guy would probably offer to give you his. If I find a guy like that, I'll send him your way. Chose Koreas, they're the closest, etc. And none available. Wow. About 2 hours before their cutoff in the US store. Wow, Phil. Well, I'm glad you got a hold of one, man. Glad you got a hold of one. Let's fix this video here. It looks like it needs a little work. It's a little darker in the office tonight than it normally is. That's a decent picture, right? That'll do. Yeah, so here it is, the blue. Oh, the camera's jacked. Oh, that's too bad. That's okay. We probably won't need to do a whole lot with that. That happens sometimes. The camera just decides it's going to have some funky delay. Is Ben from Bruh getting one? No, I can't imagine he is. Ben hasn't posted a video or popped his head out of wherever in a really long time. Yeah, I haven't seen Ben in forever. I haven't heard from him in forever, not on Twitter or anything. What's the Proxmox command for drop VM? Is he alive, Sir Goodenough? Who knows? I'm sure he's alive. I think he must have just it was just a lot. He burnt out. And he probably could have done, a pretty good job with live streams and stuff too, but I can totally get the idea of the grind and how hard it is sometimes to be producing videos and trying to keep up on a technology and stuff. See, for me, I just don't care. Auction it off. Let's see, because then I'd have to do something, charitable with the money. I couldn't just pocket it. Once again, if I find a nice guy like that, I'll give him your idea, Chris. So somebody asked blue with a question mark. This guy right here that you're looking at is the One More Thing announcement, Steve Jobs style, that Paulus, who is the founder of Home Assistant, made last night at the end of their annual, I guess now this is the third annual Home Assistant conference. And inside here is an Odroid N2 Plus or 2N Plus. I'm not exactly sure. Somebody else said that too, Tom. It looks like a flask, right? So inside here is an Odroid. It runs on whatever it's called, EMM or M2. think M2 is the memory. I can't remember exactly. Paul Hibbert does need this. Yeah. But you know what he needs? There's probably going to be a time where, well, it needs a Zigbee dongle as well. The hardware stats. Hey, Tony, how's it going? You know what? If we looked up Odroid 2N Plus, I'll move my camera out of the way. The Odroid 2N Plus. This is what it is under the case here. This is what's in the box. Yes, we should do. Let's do for Phil, or for Paul. We can do this for Paul because he would need a Zigbee dongle. Him and his dongle. Hey, Will, how's it going? Is it the N2 or the N2 Plus? Actually, I'm not even sure. I thought it was the Plus. Tim ordered 3. Oh, you are going to be able to auction them off. All right, here it goes. Hard kernel. This is what it is inside there. I'm actually going to take the case off. Yeah, I'll take the case off because I want to look at it, and I'm thinking I want to orient the case differently. But I haven't decided 100%. I'm pretty sure that I do, though. So they're $80 just like this, but by the time you add like the bundle, they have a bundle, and it actually ends up being like really not much. Like this fancy case, this is a customized aluminum Home Assistant case. It's super nice. Looks really nice, but it really only adds about $10 to the price of the Odroid bundle. And from what the guys were saying on the conference yesterday, this is probably the new best way to run Home Assistant. And last night I had Frank on the stream for anybody that missed it, and he was very clear. He didn't want to say you shouldn't use a Pi anymore because Pi is still a very good option, but this is now compatible with Home Assistant, or Home Assistant is now compatible with Odroid, which it wasn't previously, and so now this is a really good option. That $80 was without a hard drive or anything. Additional. Okay, so here you need a power supply, so that's $5. That's no big deal. But then there's also, you have to buy the hard drive in here too. Where's there? I thought there was a way to pick out the hard drive for it or whatever. But anyways, this is what it is. It's pretty cool. It's just a single board computer, pretty powerful, and yeah, they came out with these, and they are a limited edition, and they sent me one. So the hard drive is 79 to 129. Good gravy. Waiting for 6-core Odroid N1 that's coming out. Nice. Why is this superior to the Pi, John? You know, I don't know the technical details. I think it's I don't know, more cores or something like that. It's probably a lot of the technical specs that it may beat the Pi with are not going to be maybe terribly noticeable. But yeah, I think Will Hutchin in there is making the point. I think the biggest reason is that it natively supports a non-SD card for booting purposes. So yeah, eMMC makes a huge difference over SD, Timothy says. So the hard drive part, the solid state, yeah, it's no SD card. That's the best part. Rune, I don't know about Canada and Permatrack yet. Not when I say soon, 2021. Sometime in 2021, we will be getting it over there. Where do I grab the distro for Blue? That's a good question. I'm sure that it is on the Home Assistant and the Getting Started page. And here it is for all of you that wanted to see more about it. You can watch the keynotes, and the very last thing that Paulus does is talk about this and bring this thing out on stage or whatever. So it was really, really fun. Really fun conference yesterday. It's going to all be available to watch on YouTube on the Home Assistant channel. So if you missed it, you won't miss it. Canada has Quinn LEDs in stock. Updates coming to the website tomorrow night. There you go. For all you Canadians looking for Did Uno or Did Quad. Will's got them. Oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, camera. Thank you, Reese. Okay. Anyways, so sorry. So somebody was asking about the distro for this device. I'm sure if we go to the Get Started page, there will be a version here that you can download for oh, this is for a Pi. Wow, maybe they haven't updated this yet. Alternative installation methods. Yeah, they haven't updated this yet. Uh-oh. Oh. Well. Does anybody know where that might be? I'm not sure. There's not, Ross. There's not a way. I'm sure there will be. I'm sure they're with me. It's the same install. Is it Sir Good Enough? So, but I mean, there's no SD slot here, so you at least have to change some parts of the process. It ships with 20/20/12 on it from the factory. I believe so. We're gonna find out right now. Sorry, Ross. We'll get it. We'll find out. Sure, I'm sure the Odroid download is there. How am I missing it? I mean, what am I saying? How am I missing it? Who am I talking about? It's all the same. So you just have to load it with the USB drive instead when you fire this thing up. I'm guessing it's the same install. So the Raspberry Pi, this version that you download right here. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a dumb head nong. It's right there. I just didn't click the right button. We knew that was going to happen. So yeah, you just click download and extract the Home Assistant image for your device. And then in this case, it would be the Odroid N2. I don't know what. Oh, guide for flashing the Odroid N2 using OTG USB. There you go. So there you go. Oh, or not. Hey, it's brand new, you know? We got a few bugs to work out. They did such a good job with the conference last night. Hey, why didn't I fail? They did such a good job with the conference last night. Maybe the couple of pages of the website didn't get updated. No biggie. Am I going to be installing it tonight? Yes, Jacob. So what I'm going to do tonight, and this may be as far as we get, but what my plan is for tonight is to turn this thing on, fire this baby up, and start the onboarding process. And I really just want to look at the different ways to do the onboarding. We can look in here at the onboarding. And onboarding is a term, the first time I heard somebody say it, I was like, what? What does that mean? Is that like waterboarding? And probably some people who have tried to install Home Assistant over the years would relate it maybe a little bit to waterboarding. So on here, yes, it is already installed on this one that I have. So I don't have to install it, but we'll just go to the onboarding part. And what was really interesting to me was the different ways that you can, that it can be detected. You can do it with Ethernet and MDNS, where it's, Home Assistant.local, and then it will find it. There's a new thing I had never heard of before, and I don't remember the letters for it. It's like LMNOP, LMMRE, something like that, which is sounded to me like something like MDNS, where you type a word or words in your browser, and then it pops in. There it is, LMNR. Yeah. So that you can do that to find it on your network. And you can also use the companion apps, both for Android and for iPhone. So I actually plugged in and am charging up my old, wow, it's charging really fast. My old, I should say old, it's my Pixel 3, which I bought just to go to China with. And then China got canceled because of, the Rona. I could do that too. There's that, Nick. I just use the IP address. But one of the purposes here is to continue to broaden the availability of Home Assistant. So I remember the time, and it wasn't that long ago, when somebody said to me, oh yeah, just something IP address. And I said, yeah, what's an IP address? That was actually when we were hacking Xboxes back in the day. My friends, we were trying to connect, and play Xbox together, like Halo. It might even have been Halo 1, but Halo 2, I think, without Xbox Live back in the day. and something IP address. And I was like, what are you talking about? The Pixel 3 sucks now with Android 11. Oh, okay, good. Well, I won't update it. But I'm going to use it with the companion app. Well, actually, I guess I'd have to update the companion app, so we'll have to do that. China was canceled. No wonder my shipments are late. Yeah, China's just canceled. It's actually, they're doing better than us. What am I talking about? Main stage conference is already available on YouTube. Yep. But wasn't able to find advanced and developer stages. Anyone did? No, I don't think so, Yusuf. Last night we had Frank on my stream here afterwards, and he did say that they are going to put them on, but they weren't recorded on YouTube. They weren't streamed on YouTube, so they didn't get recorded on YouTube. They got recorded on that Hopin platform. And so what they need to do is download them and then, edit. They'll probably not have to edit very much, but just upload them. And then titles, descriptions, thumbnails, those things. And they have 16 of those videos to do. And they're all pretty exhausted. So they're probably not in a big hurry to get that done. But they'll get it done before too long. I got my stock shipment Friday here today. Fantastic. From China. Yeah, they go fast. Whatever arrangement Quindor has for shipping them to us, it goes pretty fast. My house lit up because of you and DrZzs. Thanks. All right, Ryan. Get a Falcon and walk us through it. Oof. I do have a cult board, which I will have to do a walkthrough on at some point. So, okay, well, let's get going here. So what I've got is my Home Assistant Blue, and I am going to connect. Oh, I was going to take apart the outside and switch it around. I'll do that another time. I'll have to decide where I'm going to put it and how I'm going to display it. What is this down here? Oh, is that the headphone jack down there? Oh, then I'm definitely going to turn it around. Yeah, I'm definitely going to turn around. But anyways, we want to see the onboarding. So let's do that. So I'm just going to plug in an Ethernet cable. Timothy, whoa, do you think the Odroid board will handle larger installations with a decent amount of automations? It should handle huge. I would think so. Yeah, I would think so. Thank you very much. That's tremendously generous, Tom. Tim Hoogland. I was trying to pronounce your last name when I said Tom. Thank you very much. It does look like a flask. Everybody keeps saying that. Let's get this. Now that I connected it, I got to take a drink of my Home Assistant Blue. Oh, I can't get the Ethernet. It's because I got crappy cables. Oh, well, never mind. I was going to pretend like I was drinking out. Forget it. Okay. Because I snapped that cable in there, now it won't come out. Running on a VM right now. Issue is trying to pass my USB Z-Wave through the VM. That's true, Tim. That's very true. And this will eliminate a lot of that. Another thing that, I've been running through a VM for a while now, and it's been awesome, but this should be really good. I've been using USB over Pi, but it's annoying. Muon Blue Flask. Broke it already. Don't let Apple get a hold of that thing, right? It'll be gone, Marshmallow. It'll be gone. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the... Yeah, that's great. That's excellent. I was hoping that when I saw that down there last night, I thought, oh, that's probably the power. That's where the power goes in, and that would kind of stink. Is that a heat sink on the bottom? Yeah, it is. It is a heat sink. I am so sorry about this camera. It's misbehaving badly tonight. But yeah, that's just a heat sink on the bottom there. And it just doubles as the feet. It's got these two legs on the sides that are a little bit longer than the heat sink. And I think that's just a stock part of the Odroid N2 Plus. I think that's where it comes from. I've been using the Nook, an old Nook that somebody gave me, and running Proxmox, and it's been really good. It has actually been quite stable. It really needs a wall mount, doesn't it, Brian? I'm gonna figure out a way to wall mount it. Is it low frame rates are good enough? Yeah, it's the dang camera. I think what I need to do is just deactivate it. Usually what I have to do is restart the stream, but I'm not gonna mess with it too much because I think a lot of what we'll do tonight will be on the computer and stuff too. Shut down Blue Iris. Yeah. Now, I think in this particular case it's because of the PC, but not, I don't know. I think it's because of this camera. So let me see, just if I need to go to, there's the deactivate. Oh yeah, properties. I can deactivate it in properties. Deactivate. Okay, and then we're just going to activate a different camera, which isn't really there. Okay, and we're going to deactivate that camera. And now we're going to reactivate the real camera. Let's see. Nope, didn't fix it. Get Blue Iris off your Home Assistant instance will help a lot. Yeah, I'm going to get Blue Iris. Blue Iris is on this PC, so that's what I'm going to do is get Blue Iris. Well, I'm going to start using that Reolink thing at some point. So, okay, plugging in. Here we go. We got it hooked up to an Ethernet cable. I'm going to plug in the power supply, and then I'll put the power supply into the blue. Okay, here we go. I wonder if it's got any LEDs or anything on it. Here it is. Moment of truth. Oh, yeah. I can see a little bitty LED just by the Ethernet. It's just a little orange LED flashing under there, but otherwise it doesn't give you any outside exterior indications that it's working. So now we can go off that cruddy slow camera and let's start doing some things. Okay. Oh, except this. We are going to look at this for a minute. So this tells you what to do. Connect the Ethernet cable, connect the power, boom, turn it on. You can download the Home Assistant app or browse your Home Assistant computer to homeassistant.local1234 or 8123. But I thought there was what is that LMNOP? I'm afraid if I go to homeassistant.local, we can check that out. I'm afraid if I go to homeassistant.local, and then the port, I'm afraid it's going to pick up my current. Yeah. Did I spell it wrong? Oh, you guys can't see it. Camera! Yeah. This is also very potentially an MDNS problem on my network. As we all know, I've got MDNS problems. What was that other what was the other way to do it here? It was like just local 81234. Won't work if you have MDNS issues. Yeah, I think that's why it won't work. So let's do the phone version. Let's do the phone version. So it's been a while since I did this this way, but we're going to add my phone as a source. A power mirror. I wonder if this is going to give away my secrets. It's been so long since I gave away secrets. You guys are going to be so excited. It's a special day today. You get to see my secrets again after so long. Okay. A power soft. There we go. All right, you can see that? Yes, you can. Okay, let's go to the Home Assistant app. Mine's black because I liked that icon better. Whoa. That got huge. Oh, loading. Okay. What's happening? Nobody's going to make a Michael Scott joke when I said that's got huge. Okay. Whoa, that's crazy. Look what that's doing. That's pulling up like my whole Home Assistant up there, but it's tilted sideways. Mine's not really tilted sideways. That's crazy. Okay, well, we're going to go in here and we're going to go down to the bottom part of the app configuration and see if it gives us. I wonder what happens if you already have an instance. Event log, Apple Watch, actions, integration, sensors, notifications. I wonder if I can even do that. Home Assistant app. So do you scan those to download the app? Dang, I was really hoping to try it. Well, let's try. I'm sure that the Home Assistant app on that Android phone is really old. We can try and update it, though. You need the IP address? Yeah, I probably will need the IP address. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Let's try this Android one first. We may be able to do it on Android here, because this may be an issue if you already have Home Assistant running, you know. So this is opening up my Home Assistant app and the Home Assistant instance that it's already connected to. And I was wondering how that was going to work. It was going to be able to do a second Home Assistant instance with one app. Blue seems like the best way to run Home Assistant. I'm going to grab one. It's pretty awesome, Paul. You probably aren't going to get a Blue, but you can get the Odroid and then do it. Shut down your current instance? Jordan, that's blasphemy. I don't know what would happen if I shut down my current instance on this thing right now. That's what I wanted to try. Bob, let's try that. Let's try that. So there is the way to connect to it that is not... let's close this down. We don't need that anymore. It is not MDNS. It is just, or it is the other thing, LMNOP. Let's just try that. Resolving host. No. That didn't work. I wonder what that had to do. Yeah, that's what I'll do eventually, Reese. HTTP Home Assistant. Yeah, that's what, maybe it doesn't need the maybe it doesn't need the port on it when you do that. Nope. Change the host name of my current one. I think I might have changed it. I think the problem is it's MDNS isn't so happy on my network right now. So, okay. Oh dear. Did I see if this thing can still read my fingerprints? Huh. Oh dear. Oh dear. It doesn't like my fingerprint. There it goes. All right. I don't even know how to update the apps on this. Grab that IP. I will. Hostname should show up in your router. It will. Can't wait to get mine. All right. I just wanted to see. I mean, I wouldn't mind disconnecting this Android version from my Home Assistant. So I might have to go in here and just discontinue this. Oh, it's going to try and do. How? Poo. Poo, poo, poo. Okay, fine. Fine. We'll just go to Unify. Find it there. Ooh. How would you like to recommend Unify network products to others? Ask me once I get it all figured out. So there should be now a Home Assistant here. Home Assistant. That's the one. Yep, so I have HAS.io. That's my real one that's running. And then it's this one, so it's 27. So now I can go up here to put the IP address in. 27. Now it'll be there. What? 8123. Yeah, there it is. Okay. If you 4Tracks, if you were able to get, why does it say the uptime was 2 days? Good question. 4Tracks, I think if you were able to get your order in, then you got it. If you know, I think at this point, if you try to order them, it looks like they're probably out of stock. Okay, so we're going to create a new account. We'll just delete this later on. We'll call it the DrZzs. DrZzs as the name. I'm going to use a super secret password here. Not going to tell anybody. And create the account. Name of my Home Assistant instance. We're just going to call it Casa. This is all just, I can have it detect my location. Mapleton. us just for the sake of time zone, probably. So I'm not in Mapleton. We're going to use metrics. Okay. Device and services are represented in Home Assistant as integrations. You can set them up now or do it later from the configuration screen. I haven't done a new install like this in forever and ever and ever. So let's do it, right? Let's check it out. I just got an order from the Blue at an Odroid and got confirmation. So I don't know. What do you think? Yeah, Paul, maybe they are still some, I don't know. Maybe they released some more. Maybe they said they would take some more orders. Password can't be the same as the username. Oh, shoot. I'm wondering what will happen if I link multiples of these things to the same, well, if I link multiple Home Assistants to one device. Shouldn't be a problem, right? It should just be able to, because the device doesn't really care. It's just going to send and receive its information. It probably doesn't really care who does it, right? So let's start, though, with probably something that would be the most common, right? It's not going to necessarily be super common for people who are just firing it up for the first time to have Hyperion and WLED. So let's start with the Roku. Do I want to set up the Roku Ultra? Yes, I do. Where is the Roku Ultra located? Well, it is in a room that's not on this. It's actually in the office. It's not, but I'm just doing this for the sake of example. So now I have office as a choice and I can finish. Was that it? Wow. Okay, let's set up the Google Cast. Do you want to set up Google Cast? Yes, of course I do. Dawson's room, the mini. Oh, yes, that's in the upstairs. Oh, add a new area. We're going to call it the boys' room. And then this one is also in the office, this other display. So I have two of these Google devices that are able to cast. Awesome. Highly recommend the Shelly integration. Well, let's do it. Do you want to set up to Shelly? Yes. Before setup, battery-powered devices must be woken up by pressing the button on the device. This one's not battery-powered, so we should be in good shape. And this one is in the living room. Sweet. If there's more, and this is a whole bunch of other things. So now you could go through here, and probably for a lot of people, it's going to be stuff like, just looking for Tuya. There you go. So Tuya is going to be one. I don't remember my username and password, so I can't set that up right now. I have to find it. But Tuya is going to be a really, really popular one. What else? There are a lot of people going to use. There's Apple TV, Blink, if you use those kind of cameras, Broadlink. I would be interested to see how Broadlink does. Let's go in here and look for Broadlink. Hey, Dawson. How's it going? Come say hi to the gang. Uh-huh.
Hello.
Here's Dawson, everybody. Did I unplug my RM Pro? I missed it. What's up? How's it going, amigo? You do. This. Where are you coming from?
Friends.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Playing. Hanging out.
All right, I just plugged back in my RM Pro. I need some Dr. Pepper, dude. I don't have any. Why don't you get in the car and drive to the store and get some? What do you think? Is Zach home? Oh, send Zach to Hearts to get Dr. Pepper. Yeah, do it.
We need credit
That's okay. I'll give it to you. No, go get Zach to agree to go to Hearts first. Well, it's kind of snowy and nasty outside. It'll be fine. I hope you guys don't mind if this is a very loose stream tonight. There's a lot of people watching. I'm sorry, but it's not going to be very exciting. It's Dr. Pepper flavor, silly. Take the bug. I am addicted, Will. I am. I'm definitely physiologically dependent. Did Zach get the other LED lights set up? No, I don't think he has. He's been trying to get... So it's the end of the term like tomorrow or a couple days from now. So he's been trying to catch up on homework so it doesn't fail. Good night. Got to get to bed. All right. See you, Nick. Thanks for being here, man. The Broadlink integration is working flawless now here on my setup. Managed to use the learn command with low effort. Is that right, Eduardo? Even for RF signals. Oh, you just woke up. That means you haven't done any homework. Come say hi. Hold on, put your face on here. Zachary just got up from a nap. Hey, do you want to go to Hearts?
Sure.
Really? Yeah. What about is the snow bad? Mom might be like freaked out if she knows that I sent you to Hearts in the snow. Here, this is actually you can use that card. Huzzah. No, well, you can get gas with it too if you need. All right. I will check it out. Bling, bling. How's it going? Okay. How much is it? How much is what, Nick? Do it for the Dr. Pepper. Pin 1, 2, 3, 4. I had end of term 2 weeks ago. Unlucky. Oh, Jaden. Yeah, it's unlucky that they're doing it now, isn't it? All right, here it is. My Broadlink RM Pro just showed up. Its IP address is 175. It ends in 175. I know you can't see that, so let's make this bigger. After a lot of people on the Home Assistant stream were having a hard time reading it, and I would too. So let's make it bigger. Okay, so if you have a Broadlink, like maybe you're, some handsome, bald British guy who likes to pelvic thrust the air, and you want to set up the Broadlink in Home Assistant right off the bat, this is what you do. You find out what the IP address of your Broadlink is, because you had to have already set it up and connected it to your network, or it wouldn't be doing anything for you anyway. And then you just put in the IP address, and that may be it. That'd be crazy if it is. Failed to connect. Did I type it in wrong? Oh, the Zigbee. It looks like it's not connecting. Dang it. Dang it. It might be because it wasn't on when I fired this up. Is there a link? Oh, yeah, Home Assistant. Go to the Home Assistant IO and you can follow the links there. HomeAssistant.io, and then you can follow the links. This is the thing we're turning on right now there, Nick. Here you go. Hopefully there's some out there. Hopefully there's some out there. If not, it's just an Odroid N2 Plus inside there. You can get one of those separate from that and done it. I'm new to this, just getting started with Pixels, to be honest. Oh, hey, Bling. So what I'm working on right now is a Home Assistant setup. And if you're just getting started with LEDs and you haven't messed with Home Assistant at all, take baby steps. Sit back and enjoy this for tonight and for the next several days, because this is what I'm going to be streaming about for a while. It is a brand new all-in-one. I don't know if it's all-in-one. It's a preloaded Home Assistant computer. I would reboot Home Assistant and try again. Broadlink wasn't alive when Home Assistant started. We could try that. Let's try it one more time. Because it wasn't even turned on when I did this. And it should be able, though. It should be able to connect. I would think. But after this, we'll just move on. Broadlink. 192.168.1.175. No, I think if it was going to do it, it would do it at the top, or it would do it right away. Oh, no, there it is. Yeah, there it is. It's working. Ha! Just got your RM4 Pro, and it says not supported. Any ideas? Oh, no. Pim, that's a bummer. It says not supported in Home Assistant? Aw. Well, I don't know who is doing the... I don't know who's taking care of the Broadlink integration. I'm sure somebody out there volunteering in their free time to do that, and maybe they just need to change something up. Thank you, Alex. I love making them. I love that you love them. Okay. What do I use to host Home Assistant? Well, you know what? Krutarth. That's a great question, and that's actually changing. So I have gone through the gamut. I started with a Raspberry Pi 3, which I think is a very good choice, and it worked very well. The big problem with the Raspberry Pi 3 was the SD card failed. After a whole bunch of reads and writes, just one day poops out. And if you're not doing good backups, and if you're not backing up off of your Pi, putting your backups on Google Drive or a different computer, whatever, and your SD card fails, you are toast. You're done. You're going back to whenever the last snapshot was that you took, or you're starting from scratch. So that's a major design flaw. Now the Raspberry Pi 4 has the ability to use an SSD, and you can do that with Home Assistant and a Raspberry Pi 4 and an SSD and boot from there and save to there. I would still recommend doing snapshots and backing up off the computer. And I guess then there is the option of virtual machine. You can set it up as to run on a virtual machine, which you could be VMware, VirtualBox. I've been using Proxmox and running on a Nook, which is like a single board IBM PC, or Intel. I guess it's not IBM. I'm sorry, it's Intel, right? Yeah, it's Intel. I that, whatever. But now, as of very, very, very recently, the Odroid single board computer is able to run Home Assistant. And so that's what we're playing with today. This is a Odroid N2 Plus that is running Home Assistant. Oh yes, then there is also that. I forget all of my Docker friends. Don't forget Docker. Yes, it can run on Docker. You bet it can. It can run on Docker. It can actually even run as just a Python application in whatever you want. Right? Got corrupted constantly. Finally moved to VM on Unraid server. Yep, Unraid's another good one. MQTT Geddon. Oh, MQTT again. That's right. Yes, Rob remembers. Oh, gosh. I still remember where I was when I realized what had happened. So when my SD card failed in my Raspberry Pi, it was because they had changed the MQTT integration. Basically, it hadn't been an integration. It was just something you set up in your configuration file. And so I had it set up, and then Home Assistant had rolled out this, other way to do it as an integration, more like this, where it's a little bit of a visual setup and it functions a little bit differently. And what it did was it created a couple copies of the MQTT broker on my Pi, and within, I don't know how long, a few minutes maybe, it just did thousands and thousands of read writes on the SD card, and it just, boom, it was done. That SD card was toast. As soon as I updated Home Assistant and that happened, it all disappeared. I was laying on the couch. It was just before Thanksgiving of that must have been 2018. And I was laying on the couch. Everybody else was in bed. And I just thought, I'll just do one more thing before I go to bed. I'll update Home Assistant. Oh my gosh. I spent the next few weeks trying to get back to where I was. Oh, it's bad. Nooks aren't single board. Okay, sorry, Jaden. I've never even opened it up. I just assumed since it was so small. Press the update button. Yeah, DrZzs is a press the update button kind of guy. There was a time after that where I was a little gun shy about updating, but now, especially since I'm doing snapshots and I'm backing up off the computer every day, I have very little reason. I was a little hesitant a couple days ago after I had done a bunch of stuff in Node Red that I didn't want to lose, and so I just ran a snapshot and then updated. But otherwise, when you know your snapshots are being saved off, it's great. Okay, here we go. So the name of this device is going to be my RM Pro. RM Pro. Yeah, we'll write it like that. RM Pro. All right. That's great. Boy, if that thing really works, I will be thrilled. Thrilled. Well, there you go. There you go, Paul Hibbert. Broad link. Integrated into Home Assistant like that. Ouch. What is the OS of the Blue, Louis says? It is Home Assistant. So Home Assistant has several versions or several possible ways to install it. One is as the operating system. There is Home Assistant OS, and that's what's on this. And then Home Assistant can do a lot of things with add-ons. You can run other applications next to it, side by side with it. Like I use a VPN that way. There's AdGuard, there's Node-RED, there's a way to run VS Code with some pre-installed plugins and or extensions, whatever they call them. So there's a lot of things you can do next to Home Assistant when you use Home Assistant OS. And then what's the next one, guys? Home Assistant Supervised. You can do the supervised version, right? Then you can do the core, Home Assistant core, and then you could just do the Python application. Is that right? Something like that. I just bricked my Hikvision doorbell by installing a firmware update not authorized for my region. Oh man, Stealthor, that is a bummer. Can you change regions? Hey, Jaron, pretty sure the case is BYU Royal Blue. You think so? It's pretty light. Weren't you? Oh, you didn't see it. I hadn't taken it out of the box yet. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, I showed you last night. It's definitely not Michigan Blue. It's not Michigan Blue, but if I printed a case, it would be. Odroid does run VS Code. Not sure if that's been answered, but what is your day job? Sir Goodenough, tell the man. OS core supervised. Yes. So I got it. Good. It's BYU Blue. All right, Jaron, it's BYU Blue. I don't have a horse in that race. I didn't go to BYU or Utah, but I'll cheer with you. What upgrades are you going to add next year to my setup? Oh gosh, Kingo, I am going to. I don't know what new stuff I'm going to add. I am going to spend the next several months switching over from my setup to this, from what I have to this, and ditching a lot of old stuff. I was looking through my configuration files, and I've been running Home Assistant now for almost 4 years. And I am not super tidy with my things in there. Like, I actually really like keeping my bedroom clean and my office reasonably clean and my underwear and socks. But when it comes to what goes on inside of this, I haven't kept it up very well. So it's pretty messy in there in Home Assistant. And there's a lot of old automations that just don't go anywhere, and they're just needless, and there's switches and lights and a bunch of entities that don't do anything anymore, that aren't connected anymore. And rather than go through it all and try and piece all that out, I think what I'm going to do, because Home Assistant has changed so much, it's a good time to just start from scratch. So I'll start from scratch, and that will give me the new perspective, or the perspective of a new user, which I'm missing nowadays. I've lost that ability to relate to a brand new user. So that's what we're going to do. I don't know what that means. All right. How long took DrZzs to split his configuration? Right, Raspy? Right? It took me a really long time. How many instances am I running? I've got really two. Really two. How's the bug, Father Time? Hey, man. The bug? I'll give Father Time 2 seconds on the bug. Check this out. And I apologize for everybody who's here just to see blue. We're halfway through it, and now we just stopped. Just saying, stay in YAML, no. No name. Sir, so for Father Time, Padre Tiempo, what you're looking at here, mi amigo, is one of 50 little tiny BMS modules. So this is a project called DIY BMS. And these little modules, they have a tiny chip on here that does some things, and they've got resistors to burn off the charge so you don't overcharge each cell. But these little guys here, I've got 50 of them, or 40, well, I have 50 of them. I have 48 Nissan Leaf cells, old Nissan Leaf cells I'm going to use in the bug. And these little guys all communicate to one ESP device, actually. They connect to a D1 Mini. And that D1 Mini runs some code that gives you a user interface and gives you feedback on all the batteries. And it lets you set the parameters. So you can set the voltage for so that you don't overcharge them. You can set the undercharge so you can cut them off if they've been over discharged. So pretty cool, right? So this is DIY BMS, and I've got a bunch of these that I'm going to be playing with at some point. Still stuff from the old States you are hanging out in your config? Yes, Troy. I still have like a groups.yaml file. Squirrel, as usual. As usual.
Huh?
All right. You're going to trust the bug to a D1 mini? I know, Father Time, right? That's, I'm a little scared about that. But, hey. Once you set it, it should be okay. Well, we'll see. I'm going to do a bit of testing first. Will there be a self-destruct button? The whole thing is a self-destruct button. All right. Let's just say we go through here and we've added a bunch of our devices. Tuya, Sonoff, Shelly, whatever you got. You add it in here. And then we're going to go finish. Now let's see what it gives us after this. Do you want to stay logged in? Of course I do. Of course I do. So this is starting out in dark mode. I didn't set dark mode. It's starting out in dark mode. And it starts out with some stuff here on this page. This is going to be basically the states page version, right? So every entity that you include is going to be on this. It takes some time to get your stuff all lined up like this or like this, however you want to get it done eventually with Lovelace and such. But this is how it's going to start. Notifications. What does it say? New devices discovered. Let's check it out. Oh my gosh. Yeah, see, it wants to bring in all my WLED boards, my printer, which I've never used that. Does anybody else integrate their printer? Huh. Follows the operating system theme. Does it, Jordan? So if I have the dark theme on Windows, it's going to follow that? Browser is in dark mode. Well, I'm not using this dark mode. See, that's what with dark reader. But I guess because my browser's in dark mode. Huh. Well, that's cool. Your printer shows ink, shows the status, it shows the ink levels. Okay, cool. I've wondered that too. Do people really integrate ink levels into their home automation? I would, except I just ignore it when it tells me I need ink anyway. Well, Jacob, I might as well, but I don't know. let's what would you do next? I guess you would let's start doing let's start doing like some oh sure. I mean, let's do it. Configure Hyperion. Okay, do you want to add this Hyperion Ambilight to Home Assistant? Yes. Okay, it did. Great. Do you want to add the star? This is the Christmas tree star. Yes, and it is. Let's add a new area, and let's just actually call this Christmas decor. Because the reason to do that is because I could group a few of these kinds of controllers into the Christmas decor area, and then in automations, you can now have an automation that will affect everything in an area. Enable SSH in case you bork it. Add the Unify. Oh yeah, I should add the Unify. I'm surprised the Unify didn't pop up here. Roku via HomeKit accessory protocol. I do not know what this means. Does anybody know what this means? I'm going to ignore that. I don't know what that means, so I'm going to ignore it. Oh, yes, that's true. Will's got a good point. So one thing that I would do definitely for most of us is go in here to the user and open up, where's it at in here? Translate. I thought it was here. Maybe it's not. Is it somewhere else? System. Hostname, IP address. I can change the IP address. Oh, that will help so much. Okay, that'll help a lot. So if I'm going to transition from my old Home Assistant to this new one, and I want this new one to run the MQTT broker, that IP address is going to have to match what my old one was. It was where I went in the past? Okay, thanks. Thanks, Will. I was here. Did I just miss it? Dashboard, change order, always hide the sidebar, vibrate, push notification. Oh, advanced mode's right there. Whoop. Okay, so now with advanced mode, now there's more things that you can do. So I would definitely open advanced mode. Do I have to save it or anything? Why do I keep clicking the wrong spot? Advanced mode. Okay, great. No saving. Save it first. Now check the supervisor. To the supervisor. Add-ons. In the add-on store. Yay. Yay. Oh my gosh. When I look at this, I think of all the stuff I'm going to have to do over again. Oh, nice performance numbers, right? It's not using very much of its potential. Yes, the Home Assistant Community Store. Oh, I don't even know where to begin with all this, but definitely the Home Assistant Community Store. Now, is that, I can't remember how you set that up. It's not going to be in here, is it? I don't think so. Oh, there's so many good things. There's so many good things. Samba Share, ESP Home. I think to do the Home Assistant Community Store, I don't remember how you have to set it up now. You can selectively reinstall and not have to redo everything. Yeah. I need a plan, man. You're right, Sir Good Enough. I do need a plan. I just joined. Did you get the Odroid? I did, Michael. I did. Look at it. Isn't it beautiful? There's my car keys. Isn't it beautiful? It's so beautiful. Yeah, it is going to take a while. So I think what I'm going to have to do is kind of do them side by side. But I think what I will do, let's brainstorm for a minute. Shall we? Let's have a little brainstorm session here. We will make a new document. Hi, buddy. Come on in. I'm just going to move my Google Drive over here so that What's that? I thought you went with him. Oh, dear. I hope he's okay. Was it snowing bad outside? Oh, gosh, because if Mom finds out that I sent Zach to the store to get and he crashes or something, I'm going to be in big trouble. Okay, so I started a new document here, and I know it's going to burn everybody's eyeballs out, so let's set this on dark mode. Okay, so I started a new document here, and let's start making a list of all the things that we are going to do, and we can kind of bounce them around in order and stuff, okay? We're going to make it bold, we're going to change the color of the text to be something awesome. Yeah. All right. So, what are we going to do? The camera's in the way. Sorry. Sir Good Enough, please remind me, please help me remember to turn on the alert lights for you guys, especially you. I think you are the absolute rock when it comes to live streams. You are always here, no matter what time it is. I have got to give you the ability to page me. Oh yeah, check and see where he is. That's a good idea. Go to the Life 360. Is he home? Oh man, I got my son lost in the snow. Google Drive snapshots. Okay, so we're gonna make a list, and for right now, it's not gonna be in any particular order, okay? But definitely Google Drive backups. Okay, he's at Hearts. Okay, he made it to Hearts. And he's leaving. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're retired. I got to get there, man. I got to get there. Rambozo the Clown. Is it safe? Is it secret? Is it safe? Node Red needs to go there. Is that Blade? No. Stone Obscurity. That's close. Okay, we definitely need Node Red. Okay, we definitely need ESP Home. But these things, some of these things are not going to be real, early user-friendly kind of things. There's VS Code, and I think VS Code is going to be the one I'm going to use now. I've been using the configurator in Ator, and it's going to be really hard for me not to use the configurator in Ator because it is just so fast and so snappy. And VS Code is kind of bulky, and so it doesn't run as fast. So, Will, I'm thinking about what what components first? Like what add-ons? Yeah, MQTT. Yeah, you got to have MQTT. So that would be mosquito. Yeah, that's a good point. Who had that one? Mosquito. QI. You know what I was thinking though? Let's talk about Tasmo admin, Rambozo, for a second, because I am wondering about using that this time. Because somebody said that running Tasmo admin, it's constantly pinging the devices. And I wonder if there's a problem, or if some of my problems are because of Tasmo admin pinging around everything like crazy. We do need hacks. Oh yeah, you do need, gosh. All right, let's think about, well, there's a lot of them that are really good. I mean, Bitwarden. I gotta have WireGuard. I mean, WireGuard is awesome. That is a necessity for me. I use it every single day because any place that I access my computer from there. Tasmo Backup and Tasmota Device Manager. MJone4, is that the same as Tasmo Admin? Is there a Dr. Pepper Soda Foundation? Do you use? I will look into SSH, but I think if you have VS Code, I'm not sure you'll need it. Will you? I don't know. Samba is definitely important. I use Samba a lot, so I would definitely go with Samba. Additionally, Tasmo admin does not all access when Nginx is enabled. Is that right? TDM, Tasmo admin. Is there another? What are these other Tasmota? Somebody said Tasmota. Yeah, we'll do SSH just in case. Kills your MQTT traffic. Zigbee to MQTT. Hard Karathi. I think I would go. We'll have to do Zigbee. I'm gonna do ZHA. I'm gonna do ZHA, but I will for the sake. So let's call it Zigbee. Let's call it Zigbee, and which is going to be either ZHA or Zigbee to MQTT or decons. And I honestly think it would be for me. It would be in that order. I would do ZHA first, and probably rely most heavily on ZHA. It's just so well integrated into Home Assistant right now. I don't have any Z-Wave switches, Patrick, but maybe I should put that on the list as something to show others. Do you use the NVR for your cameras? I'm going to use a Reolink NVR now. Ask DigiBlur about Tasmo Backup and Tasmota Device Manager. Okay, I will. Thank you. Yes, baby. Somebody's at the door knocking a lot. Okay. Do you want to take over the stream for a minute? Can Dawson check the door? Dawson's checking it? Okay. You only use Z-Wave switches? Hi, baby. You want to say hi? Say hi to everybody. Hi. So DuckDNS, because I need that. You need that for WireGuard. Or you need DuckDNS for WireGuard, and this DuckDNS add-on helps renew things and stuff like that. Pizza Man's here. Pizza. Selling us Bibles. That's probably right. I haven't used Nginx. I probably should. Oh, it's Willow. What is Willow doing outside? Oh dear. This is what happens when Mrs. Z's leaves me at home alone. Kingo says, "Why is ZHA preferred?" Well, to me, it is because of how well it's integrated into Home Assistant. That's probably number one. I can't say that I know a big reliability comparison between those three, decon, ZHA, and Zigbee to MQTT. They're all doing the same kind of thing, but I don't know about the compatibility or the reliability part. The compatibility part, I will say, did he make it? Okay, you stinker. Zigbee Blackadder.com. If you have any Zigbee devices and you're wondering about which hub software to use or which hub manager to use, that's what I think these are. Is he home?
He's going to swig and Taco Bell.
Turkey, he's taking my card to Swig and Taco Bell. That sucker. That's what he's doing.
That's what's taking him so long.
That's what's taking him so long. Oh, man. All right. Well, if you have any Zigbee devices and if you want to choose a hub based on what is the most compatible, this list here made by Blackadder is really, really good. And it will, you can go through here and look at everything. These are just recently added, all devices. Let's look at all devices. So the icons that are over here represent the different hub software, right? So you've got, this is Zigbee to MQTT, this is ZHA, and this is DCONS, and this is Tasmota. I guess Tasmota has a Zigbee. You can do Tasmota. You can flash the Sonoff bridge with Tasmota and use that for Zigbee. So Sonoff makes great cheap devices. They have a Zigbee bridge. You can put Tasmota on it, and then you can use Tasmota to manage your Zigbee devices. But go through here and, first look and see what you've got for devices and what compatible hub managers there are. I will actually tell you, Rob, have these guys contacted you yet? Or Quindor, or anybody else that is sort of influencer? These guys, L Labs, Zigbee, Raspberry Pi Shield, and USB adapter. These guys just contacted me today and they said, hey, would you check out our devices? These are, the hubs, basically, just like the $4 Sonoff hub. This one actually is a Raspberry Pi Shield, so it plugs into the GPIO pins on the Raspberry Pi, which is pretty cool because then you don't have a dongle sticking out. So I'm going to probably use that one on probably the RV. I'll probably put that one on the Pi and put that in the RV. But this one's also pretty small, so that's kind of nice. But these are pricey. This one's $20 and this one's $30, I think. But that's, the Combi 2. The Combi 2 is in that price range. And this guy, according to what he was telling me, is, it's a way better processor. It's way more powerful. And you can have, over 100 devices, Zigbee devices connected to it. And it'll be fine. Not like that $4 one that Sonoff sells. I was like, okay, well, I'll check it out. Wade is using a USB stick and a Pi 4 and getting rid of the Samsung hub. Good. TP-Link all over. Yeah, you could search in here and find TP-Link and see what they support, right? Brian, are you that guy or am I that guy? BA-Link looks good. Nordtech dongle. Oh, and these are all dongles at the beginning up here. So then here is covers. So these are going to be window control. So Zigbee to MQTT, just with my Gestalt. It's good job. Good. I don't sleep. It's 3. I'm Hey 38. How's it going? Yeah, it looks like Zigbee to MQTT. If you have a device that you're not sure if it's going to be compatible, if it's not compatible with anything else, it looks like it's probably compatible with Zigbee to MQTT. But all you have to do to be able to run more than one of these hub managers is have more than one hub. Because for most of this year, I've been running the Combi 2 USB hub, USB dongle, and DCONS, as well as the Sonoff $4 dongle and Zigbee and ZHA, Zigbee Home Automation. That's what it stands for. So that's an option. You could always run two things. But if you've got some funky stuff, it looks like Zigbee to MQTT, maybe DCONS is the next most compatible. But look at all that. Tasmota, these are a lot of these, but it's probably based on brands, Yeah, look at Tasmota is pretty good. ZHA is pretty low. Zigbee to MQTT is definitely the highest. And then DCONS and Tasmota are pretty good. ZHA, I don't even know what this other one is. What's this other one? What's this one? Does anybody know what that one is? Z-Gate? Or is that, oh, it's IO Broker Zigbee. That's what it is. That other little symbol, the I, it's IO Broker. Okay. So anyways, there you go. But, oh, God. Oh, it's burning my eyes. Laser beams in my eyes. So that's why. That was a long answer for that question. Sure would be nice if you could run multiple hats on a Pi. Yeah, I don't think you could run... Yeah, no. It would be nice, wouldn't it? There's probably ways if you could coordinate which ones, but Rob is the man. What did Rob say? Did Rob add something wonderful? He always does. I'm going to miss our annual reunion, Rob. What are we going to do, man? We can't go to the conference, the CES in Vegas together, dude. What the heck? What the heck, man? Sorry, guys. I have to bail. Exhausted. Good night. See you, Will. Have a good night. Stacking headers could work. That's true. I have a RF controlled shade. The company is saying I need Neo Smart controller to automate it. Is there another option to capture RF signals from the remote? Frankie, there sure is. I got a video. It was actually just a chopped up live stream and it wasn't super well coordinated, but if you buy yourself a Sonoff RF bridge, you can flash it with Tasmota, and then you can flash the other processor on there with Portish firmware. And then you can control, I think, every 433 megahertz device at that point. And I don't know for sure when your manufacturer there, if they say it's an RF device, I don't know for sure if that means 433 megahertz. It usually does, but it doesn't always. And then Ryan Duffy does say the Broadlink, and the Broadlink has struggled in the past, but it's now really good. So I haven't used it yet enough in its newest form with the new integration in Home Assistant. So maybe Broadlink would be the one to do, and then you don't have to flash anything. It is 433. Great. You may be able to do it with just the Sonoff and Tasmota. For a long time, I went with just Sonoff and Tasmota, and then decided to take the jump to Porstitch. Yeah, we can't go see 4Tracks down in Vegas. Huh. We had a good time. Dang it. Did I break anything yet? No, Jesse, but I'm not trying very hard. We're actually just making a list right now. Making a list. You have the Black Bean. The Black Bean, I don't think does RF. The Black Bean just does infrared. The Pro does both. Definitely not very technically savvy. So much to learn. So thank you. No problem. Road and Turf, no problem. And neither am I. I guess I am in relative, but right, it's all relative. And I certainly don't have any official technical background. Tasmo Backup, is that in here? I don't know what Tasmo Backup is, but if Sir Goodenough says I need it, I'll listen. Tasmo Backup. Okay. I was on a roll here thinking about these things and what I needed, and now I can't remember them all. Let's go look at my integrations right now and see what else there is that I'm going to have to bring in. Oh, yes. Alexa Media Player. Oh, boy. I'm going to talk to, I'm going to see if if we can convince them to change it. I can't remember my Tasmo admin initial password. Oh, that's a bummer. Hacks. Yeah, Hacks is on there. Hacks, for anybody who doesn't know, is Home Assistant Community Store. Home Assistant Community Store. Haven't brought it up. Hope the reviews are accurate. Uh-oh. What's that, Alan? What did you get, Alan? What did Alan get? Picked up the RM Pro on Black Friday for $20. Oh, nice. Well, for $20, you're going to have a hard time being too disappointed. I mean, that's a decent price. Is it the brand new one? I bet for $20, it's probably like the one I've got. And that's going to probably be good. Somebody said that they had the RM4, which is the newer version, and they were struggling with it a little. InfluxDB, there's the InfluxDB Grafana thing, and I I don't know if I'm going to bring that with me. Swimmer, yep, we got Node Red on there. Almond, I don't need. Brother, I'm not going to use. This is actually pretty good, and I haven't been using it enough, probably. So I will put this in, and I'll do it for Pinky because she's awesome. This is Jenny, Pinky Wafer. She made this add-on to track anniversary stuff. So Pinky Wafer. Oh gosh, that is not how you spell anniversary. What in the world is that? Anniversaries. And we're going to copy that and we're going to paste it. And now the font's wrong. Oh, I guess I could just undo the... Oh, now it looks like nothing. I'm not so good with Word documents either. It's not important if you know how to spell anniversary, just that you don't forget your own. Trash pickup, like folks, were track special events. Yeah, MariaDB. Yeah, you know what? I think I will do that. Yes, Federico, I will do MariaDB because that actually made quite a difference in, like the size and the function of my database. Even though this would probably be great hardware for it and not needing to do that, try Shift Control V to paste without formatting. I did not know that, Robert. Thank you for that. Actually, let's just, for fun, is he here yet? Okay. Zach is alive. Oh. Unify controller. Jordan, I have the Dream Machine, so my Unify is controlled that way. But for those of you who don't, if you have a Unify system and you want to have your controller be an add-on on your home assistant machine, you can, right? What's very intuitive now, Sir Good Enough? I saw you said very intuitive, but I missed what it was. Whatever you use for solar. Oh, yeah. Can we place bets on how long your config will be in the new setup? You know, Jamie, it's going to be long. This is part of the 12 streams. So I've liked some parts about having my config split up, but I have certainly not liked other parts. I really liked just going to one file, Control F to find what I was looking for. And now sometimes I got to bounce around 3 or 4 folders to find what I'm looking for. Dude, is that what yours is? Stone Obscurity, 24,000 lines? Asked how to buff out scratches. Place bets on, oh yeah, he's home, he's safe, and he's asking me how to buff out the scratches, right? You're talking about my boy out there. All right, let's see what else we got. Decons I won't need. ESP Home we already got. Font Awesome is important, but it's not critical. Cast we did. Hyperion we did. These are like, oh, Connected. I'm going to need Connected. Although, no, I don't think I will. I don't think I will do Connected. Nope. Not going to do Connected. You know why? Do you want to know why? Because instead of Connected, I'm going to use a very simple MQTT sketch that Hookup Rob gave me like 3 years ago. That he made for me when I asked, can you help me make something like this? And he whipped it up and sent it to me. And I actually got it working. It's a very simple Arduino sketch that runs on an Arduino Mega with an Ethernet cable. So it connects to Ethernet. And then you can just assign a bunch of the different pins on the Mega to contacts on the alarm, on a wired alarm system. And then it's wired. My alarm system is wired, and the device that connects my alarm system to Home Assistant is wired. It'll be an Ethernet connection instead of Wi-Fi. So yeah, I will have some connected version 1 boards for sale. I think I'm gonna skip out on those. I will need Life 360. Yeah, we definitely need Life 360. That's a good location tracker. Although I do want to better use the app location information. Sitting in the car? Yeah, he's such a stinker. Like, he doesn't think. Okay, I will. I'll get him down here and have him on for all these guys. Shelly, Spotify. See, I don't use Spotify, so I don't think I need Spotify. Volumio is one I need. Tuya definitely need. I like Tuya. Tuya is going to be a good one. I do use those tile devices, but I probably won't keep using them. I'm going to probably run it. Yeah, that's what we're going to do, Robert. We're going to get him. We're going to get him. Just to piggyback on the wired talk, you could switch your D1 minis to ESP's the wired ESP32 board. You know what, Jeremy? I am going to get there. Yeah, I am going to see how much I can wire and how much I can un-Wi-Fi. We're going to un-Wi-Fi. Maybe my memory will be better then. Maybe my focus will be better. Maybe I won't scroll around so much without 10 million invisible messages bouncing through my brain every day. The app is great for GPS. Now, that's what I hear, 4Tracks. That's what I hear. So I'm going to try it out. Wife says the dogs love Life 360. It dings when I'm 100 feet from the house and all the dogs go nuts and run for the door. That's awesome, Grandpa. That's awesome. Yeah, that's how we knew that Zach was home. Life 360 sent us a message and said Zach has arrived at the castle. So. Can we get some YouTube integrations? I need a light bulb to turn red when DrZzs is live streaming. Yes, you can. There is let's see, where would that end up being? That would be in the hacks stuff. But yeah, for sure, it'll be there. It'll be there. Okay, so there's all these kinds of things we're going to need. I didn't put on here like WLED, but that'll have to be in there. And ESP Home Foscon font, awesome. Did you get you some crackers? Nice. Dynamite Chilomino. Oh, I feel so much better now. Someone share the blueprint. I have that's a good blueprint. You know what? That's a good idea. Let's make another list here. Let's make another list. And let's make this list blueprints. Blueprints to export. Okay? Is blueprints one word or two? Looks like it should be one word. We got to get this right. English. We're going to change the color. I like this document, right? By the way, this is a fun document. We're going to change this color. We're going to make it purple. All right. So now you guys tell me what of my automations you want me to turn into blueprints first. Okay. I do have is it YouTube? Mine uses Twitch. I do have a Twitch light on for Frank, but of course it hasn't been on in months. Okay. So I'll do that. Oh gosh, you know what I'm going to need? This is going to be a big one. I'm going to need the MQTT car presence. Oh boy. What I want to do is make that with ESP Home. All right, let's see. Standing in for Blade. Node red. Thank you, Chris. I did put it in there. Yes, Sir Goodenough, the auto garage door. So you want to see that as a blueprint. Ah, yes. Okay. I'm just going to put MQTT car presence here and I'll know what that means. Okay. That is a good one. That's a very, very good one. AdGuard. You know, Jamie, I guess I'll put AdGuard in there. I'm starting to wonder if AdGuard hasn't caused me some problems too. I don't know how it would exactly, but there's a lot of things I don't understand exactly. Can't wait to get my blue in. Alan, I'm excited for you. X-Lights integration, but there's a plugin for the Falcon player that allows for auto discovery. Yes, and that's going to be awesome, Rambozo. Motion lights, Jordan. Let's see. What do I have for motion lights? I've had many requests. Yes, there are many requests. Roller blinds. Blueprint everything. I do have a timer for my roller blinds. They're RF roller blinds, so that will matter. That will be important, because if yours function a different way than the way that the trigger or the action, the way the action is worded, and when the blueprint asks you for information, it will be different. We should be able to see the gas status on MQTT for my real one. Edgard eats into your ad revenue. You shouldn't do it. Is that right, Sir Good Enough? Eats into my ad revenue? You mean on if I'm using Brave? Something with the cube. Ooh. Time for sign up. Oh, yes, for sure. Yes. The Alexa voice commands or text to speech voice buttons or text to speech buttons. Yeah. The Alexa text to speech buttons. Very good. You can put that info over CAN bus. I don't know what that means. I do use Home Assistant switch plates still. Make sure entities line up on your pages. Oh, man. Oh, others are blocking your ads. Oh. You know what? That's Jamie, are you still using HA switch plates? You can pull your car's data easily enough with a BT OBD2 dongle. I mean, I can think of hackish ways, but is there a way? For Home Assistant, Robert, I don't know. I don't know of one. Is the diagram on a car? Oh. AdGuard, but also YouTube Premium, so I got you. All right, thanks, Swimmer. Oh, I see. I don't get ad revenue if somebody else is using AdGuard. Well, that's okay. Thank you, Sir Good Enough. Do you turn yours off while you're watching me? I appreciate that. You don't have to. Ford Pass integration through hacks now. None of your cars have that? All right, what else? Let's see. As long as it's a cover in Home Assistant, it won't matter. Oh, yeah. You're right, Jordan. You're right. I hope that's how I have mine set up. I'm sure I do. But then the cover entity itself is how you set that up is up to you. Okay. I like it. Okay. And then, yeah, let's see. How did we do those automations? Is that what we did? Did we do automations for all the Xiaomi Cube? I think that will be pretty neat. Xiaomi. Okay. Having a hard time with keyboard. Keyboards are hard. I bet you Frank probably gets that one out before too long too. Come to Jersey. I'd love to, Cerebral Dad. How you doing, man? Did you get your light stuff sorted out we were working on the other day? Can't remember what it was. Android-based car stereo will connect to your Wi-Fi. The Bluetooth OBD dongle should be able to make a simple Android app to collect the data and post to MQTT. That's awesome, Grandpa. You know what I would love to do that for is the RV. To see your wife's tire status. Oh, yeah. Say my name, Z. Matthew Kelly. How's it going, man? You look like you're at the beach in that picture. That looks awesome. The Xiaomi button, the multi-clicks and push. Xiaomi Cube and the mini and the buttons. Got to be on one line. Can't do it. Can I post URLs? This project suggests that I can post vehicle info to MQTT. You can probably try, Raymond, and maybe Sir Good Enough or somebody can approve. If not, you can certainly post it in Discord. Almost a year absence. Well, welcome back, Paul. How did my e-bug turn out? Well, it worked. It drove. I told the guys earlier today I'm reworking the battery. I think that's the big thing to fix on it. So I'm going to rework the battery. And from there, we'll see how it goes. I'm going to rework the battery so that maybe the battery can put out more current. Maybe that'll make it go fast enough. And if that doesn't do it, then I'm going to go I'm gonna just replace the whole motor controller with something better. I wanted to do it as proof of concept without spending a ton of money. So, I spent $200 on the motor and $250 on the controller, and the battery I'm going to repurpose. The battery I had in it is getting repurposed as a solar backup battery for our little cabin kind of place. And yeah, so I wanted to do it as a proof of concept, and I did. And now it's time to really make it better. So batteries first. Most modern vehicles report gas level, etc. these days over OBD2. That's awesome, Raymond. Let me ask you this. Is through the OBD2, if you have something connected to that OBD2, does it drain the battery? I connected an OBD2 dongle thing that connected via Bluetooth to my phone. I put it in my truck. And then the next time I went to drive my truck, I hadn't driven the truck. I didn't drive the truck for like a month, and it was cold outside. And the next time I went to drive the truck, it was dead. And I blamed the OBD2, but I'm not sure that was it. No? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good. I didn't think so. Well, I thought that might be. I didn't know why my battery went dead, but that was the only thing I did differently. Need to include the WAF meter. Idaho Joe, how you doing, buddy? I'm going to be Idaho Z's one of these days. It does drain the battery. How much, Leo? Yes, it does, Robert says. Oh, okay. The drain is so minor that it won't kill the battery. Also, if the key is off, you can't get data from the engine computer. I leave my OBD Bluetooth in my car always. There's just a tiny red LED. Shouldn't be much of a battery drain. No, not driving and cold probably killed the battery. Yeah, and it was probably just an old battery too. Very minor. Okay. 24/7. All right. Well, good. Then I'm going to replug mine back in. I got everything measured. Do you have it in stock? Oh, Cerebral Dad. What was it you were looking for? Are you asking for track? I don't have track, buddy. But I will before too long. I would love to work on it with you. I would love to work on it with you. Let's collaborate, dude. Let's collaborate. Let's collaborate. That would be a great, great fun thing for me to do. Where are you? You're way back east somewhere, aren't you? Was told to never leave a dongle in the OBD2 can squirrel up certain ECMs. Oh, really? It should be on the boat, Cerebral Dad. That's the best I can tell you is it should be on the boat. Yeah, that's right. M. Joan 4 says no more WAF after the conference talk. It's PAF. But even that, I would fly you to Boston to help with my lights. Roman Keys. If this pandemic were bad, if we were still having this and if I couldn't work, I would totally do that kind of stuff. But it's so hard for me to give up my day job. Hi, Doc. Hope you're well. Thank you, Brendan. I am well. How are you doing? Do I own a QNAP? I don't. I do not. If you don't know what we're talking about, like Idaho Joe and some of you guys that didn't see the WAF factor talk that Isabella did for the conference, for the Homestead conference, was really good. I thought it was really good. And I'm not usually a, touchy-feely, let's all be politically correct kind of a guy, but it was really thoughtful the way that she did it. And I appreciated it. And to me, and this is maybe selfish, maybe shows my selfish side, but one of the things that I really liked about what she was saying wasn't just that, we say the WAF factor, the WAF factor, the wife points, whatever. Well, it's not, you need to be partner. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I understand that part, for all the politically correct reasons, whatever. But what she was saying was it actually changes you and how you're thinking about it. You're doing it. Are you doing this to please your wife, or are you doing it because it's the right thing to do? Or are you doing it to please yourself? Or if you're doing it to please your wife or your partner, then is it still pleasing you or not anymore? So it could also be a personal acceptance factor or approval factor. So it's really cool. Non-technical approval factor, the NAFTA. Anyways, it was really cool. Brandon, 3:45 in the UK, stuck in work having a busy night. No one getting Cheerios tomorrow. You work at the Cheerio factory? That's awesome. You probably told me that. I think the way to get wife acceptance factors to find a way to benefit her. Mine is so not interested in this stuff. I started with the idea to turn on lights for her in the driveway. There you go. There you go. Web application firewall. Now doesn't it all make sense? Now it all makes sense. We're going to do this. We just haven't celebrated in a while. I know we've had some subscriptions and we've had some things, and that just made me laugh, Robert. So we're going to celebrate. And somebody asked, it was Matt. Matt says, what's all this stuff on the board here? Yeah, it is sort of brainstorming. It is, so I see you said you run Smart Things. So I use Home Assistant, which is a similar thing if you've never heard of it. And I'm switching hardware. I'm going from the system I've had for 2 years. No, not quite 2 years. But it's a Nook. It's an i3. It's been working very, very well. But I've got this new fancy shiny machine that I really need to get to work to use. And so that's what I'm doing now. Did they tell you? Okay. Salsa. Driveway lights. When the RV is running, it triggers your playlist to 8 miles a gallon. I hope it's 8 miles to the gallon. But you know what? When you're driving in the RV, it's so dang comfy, I don't even care. I was like, I'm renting a hotel and I'm driving and I'm sitting at the table and I'm laying in the bed and this is awesome. Oh, really? It's not a Nook. It's a Nuck. Pronounced like truck. Thank you, IP Freely. I did not know that. My apologies to the team. What's the point? I can get up and turn off the light. Now can you automate this? Can you put LEDs here? Love it, Brendan. You have made it, dude. That's level 40 mastery there. Nice job. Oh, so the Home Assistant side does have info on OBD2. Oh, fantastic. Did you watch the Home Assistant RV talk? I didn't, but I'm going to. There was too many things I was trying to watch at the same time, and I didn't get to see that one, but I knew I could come back and watch it, so I'm going to. So don't spoil the surprise. No, I'm just kidding. What did they say? Was it good? Integration of Torque OBD program into Home Assistant. Oh, that's great, because I think that was the app I was using was Torque. Oh, no. Torque don't you have to pay for Torque? But I view partner as someone you share a business or adventure with. A wife is more than that. True enough. Well, one of the reasons, Idaho Joe, that she said to use the P was because it's more than partner. I mean, it can be, I guess you can try and put whatever you want on there, but anyways, that was just the point. The point of it to me wasn't so much the title of the person, whether it's wife or whether it's husband or whether it's partner. It was as much about how putting a label on it makes you think about it. That was what blew my mind. The gender stuff, I mean, I know it's that age, right? And it's that time. Things are changing, but I think to me the really insightful part was by having that title, it changes how you look at it, how you think about how it changes. Good night, Auden. Good night, Auden. Nook or Blue? I'm gonna go with Blue, but the Nook is great. EMS, anyone enters your home. Guests, EMS, anyone enters your home. That's right. House approval factor. That's on there too. Anyways, okay, so other blueprints to export. This is a pretty good list to get started with. I'll definitely give it some more thought. I will have to put some stuff on there like, well, see, so some of the stuff that I just did in Node Red is really good, but that's okay. We'll make that stuff available. I'll think about what I use. I'll see what I find myself using most, and we'll put that out there. And actually, we can do the thermostat stuff. The thermostat stuff is actually really useful because you could have a very simple, an automation for your thermostat. Well, I guess, do you need it? I don't know. I'll have to think about that one. Wish you would export your Node Red library. I could, Worm. I could. I don't have too much in Node Red. I just did this one thing, and I don't know that it's totally working when I tried it. It's not turning off when it's supposed to turn off. It turns off, then it turns back on, and I don't understand why. Easy. I can make a write-up on thermostat. All right, Raymond. All right. It's not the need, it's the want. Just back up your flows.json. So I went in here, this WLED timers. This one was working pretty well, but they won't turn off. So if I turn them off manually like this, they turn right back on with their default color. So I don't understand why that is. And then I set them to manually turn on, and they're staying on the other color. So something ain't totally right. It could be these nodes over here that aren't right. I'm not 100% sure. It could be some other. I was trying to figure out what the what setting it was causing it, but I don't know for sure. Yeah, I do need to scrub it first. Does anyone know how to set up Tuya blind motor in Tuya local integration? I have the local key, just don't know what settings to use. I don't, Brendan. But you know what? I use basically my Tuya blinds motor things. I just use the RF. I don't even have them connected to Wi-Fi. For the big timer middle output, you want this part? I can just export it real quick. Oh, I posted it. No, I did. I posted it. Go back into Node-RED, or in the Node-RED Discord channel. I posted it there. I want to make a dumb gas fireplace smarter. Thoughts? Absolutely, Cerebral Dad. There's a talk about that in the Home Assistant Conference. Basically, you just got to, go to your manufacturer, search around Google, find how you can interact with it. You're smart enough. You could probably just get in there and pull the thing apart, pull some switches apart, and then basically in place of a switch, you just stick a relay. Or not in place of, but maybe parallel to, or what the guy on the show did was he found what pins that they had. They had some pins that he could tap into. So manual off gets set on again in big timer. Oh yeah. Duh. Of course it does. Well, solves that. It's working perfectly. Speaking about Discord, it's time to make a blueprint text channel there. Ooh, Chris has a suggestion, Sir Goodenough. What do you think? Pet assistant, Roam assistant, whole assistant, Roam assistant. I like that for the RV. I like it. Roam assistant. Anywhere I roam. That's what I'm going to put on the RV. Oh, yes. Metallica to the RV. Thank you, Sir Goodenough. I knew it. Got my DigiQuad today. Oh, thank you, Garrett. Awesome. Thanks for letting me know. Let me know how it works. Let me know what awesome stuff you do with it. That is great to hear. Boat assistant, Chris. That's awesome. So that is, you are at the beach there or something, I see. And quite the tan. I don't do the sun so much myself, if you couldn't tell. There was a guy, there used to be a guy on YouTube that did boat automations, but then he said he took them down, but I thought maybe he just started a different channel. I don't remember what exactly happened to him. Alan wants a boat first. Nomad assistant, stealth van assistant. I like whole assistant and roam assistant. BVIs. I don't know what BVIs is. Where's BVIs? I don't know what that is. Something islands. I don't know where that is. He didn't sync, Rambo. I'm sure he didn't sync. We did talk at some point. Is there a recording of that fireplace thing, Chad? There will be. It was not on the main stage, so right now it is not on YouTube, but it will be. It might be a week or a few weeks. British Virgin Islands. Oh, okay, cool. That's awesome. Yeah, it will be. All the talks will be eventually on the Home Assistant YouTube channel, but give the guys a little time to edit them. Hobbit Assistant. Yeah, Jeremy. Yeah. Making progress. There's a lot of Raspberry Pi boat automation stuff. I'm surprised not many use Home Assistant as part of it. Well, I know one did. Waiting for Phone Assistant. All right. What else? Was there something else you guys want to see on this? Let's go through these add-ons. There's community store. So Almond we don't really need. The check config, I used it. File editor, I do need to put file editor on here. That's a really lightweight YAML file editor. I'm going to try and do as much as possible without editing YAML files. Let's encrypt. Well, when we use this DuckDNS, Let's Encrypt is included, I'm pretty sure. AdGuard, Android Bug, Aircast, Sonos, Crony, Bitwarden we got, ESP Home, Flex, Grafana, Influx, Glances, Home Panel, Happy Bubbles, FTP, Jupiter. I don't think Nginx we put on the list. Portainer, Flex I don't use. Node-RED is in there. MotionEye was really good, but I don't use it. There's the Unify Controller, Visual Studio Code, WireGuard. Okay, so those are the main ones. And so that's the official add-ons and the Home Assistant Community Store add-ons. Hacks is going to be a big one. We could come up with a whole list just going to hacks here and seeing what all integrations that I have already done. Reverso text-to-speech. Reverso text-to-speech component. That's cool. Discord is a server chat room. Oh, yes. Thank you for pointing that out to him, for Raymond. Yes, Discord is awesome. Discord is basically, I want to say it's like a live stream without this. Well, yeah, it's a live stream without the video. Yeah, it's not too far from that. It's a place where there's always people on. There's always people because we got people. No. Did you guys hear that? Okay. Aleka just gave me it's 9:00. Would you like me to make the bedtime announcement? I told her no, because I'm going to make the sign-off announcement here in a minute, and then we'll do the bedtime announcement. But that's one of those actionable notifications that work with Aleka because of the Aleka Media Player. Awesome. Pinky Wafer has a really good video for setting up Nginx. Oh, good. Is it new? I haven't seen her post anything in a while, but I haven't looked. I never sleep. Hi-Fi Berry. Oh, this is a custom component to allow control of Hi-Fi Berry OS devices in Home Assistant using the Audio Control 2 REST API. Oh, interesting. Well, that's cool. Hi-Fi Berry is, you take basically an amplifier you put on top of your Raspberry Pi and turn it into a stereo system. You know what I need? Oh, gosh. I'm going to put this on here, even though I never really got it to work totally. Room Assistant. And I know that sounds like, we're talking about Whole Assistant and RV Assistant, whatever. This Room Assistant is Bluetooth location. What would you want to call it? Location tracking. It's in your house. So room level presence detection. And it runs on little Raspberry Pis, and it works. It works pretty well, but occupancy. Thank you. That's better. I like that better. Someday I have to get that done. Integration for weather, Broadcom IR weather. The one that I used for weather, but has not been working, was Open Weather Map. Because ever since Dark Sky disappeared. What's the file edit and add guard for? So file edit is it's editor. File editor is a text editor for your YAMLs and your configuration files and stuff. It's something like VS Code, but it's like super lightweight, super easy to, or not easy, but just lightweight. Very feature-less, but snappy. There's not a lot of loading times, not a lot of stuff. VS Code is much more full-featured, autocomplete. It's got a command line prompt at the bottom. You can do lots of things with extensions in VS Code. File editor doesn't do any of that, but if you just want to jump into one of your YAML files, your configuration files, and fix something, change something, look something up, file editor is a really quick, fast, dependable way to do it. Use Met for weather, huh? Okay. I've been trying to find one that works. How do you detect bedtime? I don't, I have had, and that's probably one of these to put in here. You know what? I bet you that's a good one to put in here. So motion. Well, it's already there. Actually, that blueprint already exists. What we do for one of our bedtime detectors to see if any kids are out roaming the halls in the middle of the night is we have a camera that faces the hallway where all the bedroom doors come out. And after a certain time of night, if there's motion on that camera, it takes a picture and sends it to my wife's phone so she can see it. Open Weather Map works great. Mine has stopped working. I don't know why. Could be a lot of reasons. Right here. Entity is currently unavailable. I don't know why. I gotta fix something. Oh, she goes over Nginx. Oh, thank you. Bed pressure sensor. Oh no. Oh no. How do I go back? Crap. I lost my chat. I lost chat, everybody. All right. Well, let's call the kids up for sign off. I'll try and get chat back briefly, but I just lost it because I clicked that YouTube link and it didn't open a new page. It overwrote my page. Let's go back to this video. There we go. All right. So I have chat back long enough so that we can sign off. So tomorrow, wish me luck, pals and gals. Not that it's that scary or dangerous at this point anymore, but tomorrow I have to do a COVID case. So I got to be dressed up like an astronaut and take care of somebody who's got a bad surgical problem that is positive. I've been a Como guy in the Army for communications. Is that what that means? For 19 years, and I play with Pi's good bit. No real formal training. Oh, cool, Zach. Good luck. You'll rock it. Thank you. Everything Smart Home YouTube channel does bed pressure sensor. Oh, Everything Smart Home channel? Oh, I haven't seen that. That's awesome. Time for sign off. It's time for sign off. Okay, here we go. Let's call the kids up for sign off. This Stream Deck, by the way, is probably going to replace my never mind, I can't even think. Someone direct me to a good place to learn MQTT. I would love to, maybe I need to do, and you are good enough being a smarty pants. I would love to do a good MQTT explanation. I have done it, but I've never captured it in a way that would make it easy for somebody to watch again later. Hey, the dude never came up here. Your brother never came. We never got to tease Zachary.
Do you know what animal that's gray? It's eats plants. It walks on all fours. It's
An elephant.
no. He already said no. He already said talk about.
Come on, Zachy.
Hello.
Come on over here. Everybody get in.
What's that?
We got some room for Zach right here. You can get down here where we can see your head. Okay. Don't spill. All right. Ready? Ready for everybody? Ready?
Yep.
How were your tacos?
Huh? They were good.
Zachy, which one's yours?
Why?
With my credit card?
That was your credit card? No, that was mine. I could have sworn.
You're trying to get them to see his face, Sully, when I was doing that. The guys, we were watching where you were, and Zach and Dawson's like, oh, he went to Taco Bell and Swig. And so
I got a Swig. So I had a taco free gift card for one free taco.
Oh, is that all you got?
Well, I tried a cheese burrito, but
I was just teasing you. I was just giving you a hard time. We
I'm
love you.
Sure I used
so
my
proud
own
of
card,
you.
But I'm not sure.
I think I can splurge and buy you a couple tacos, but it was fun. It was a fun tease, right, guys? Right? You see him? See how well he handled it? Oh yeah, get the credit card back, by the way.
Oh, darn it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Room and keys.
Curse you, Bear the Platypus.
Okay. Yeah. The last time we let Zachary borrow a card,
Hey, so
I'm going through my credit card statements going, what is this? Like somebody went to McDonald's 3 times in one day.
After my friends wanted to go to Hearts or something, I was like, well, I'm going to get in trouble anyway for getting 2 breakfasts. Might as well get more.
So just pile it on. Look, Zach looks awesome in the LED installation video. Thanks for the video. Don't show the card number. Oh, I hope I didn't, but it'll be pretty hard to see, I guess. Anyways, read that number out. I need to see if it's yours. All right, how are we going to sign off tonight, kiddies? This is is this the 5th or the 6th of the streams of Christmas? I think it's the 5th. Yeah, I think it's number 5. So next one is going to be Friday morning. If I can, I may sneak another one in. What, the charge? Yeah. Use this card to buy some products for him. If you're going to be in trouble, go for it, right?
Exactly.
All right. How should we sign off? No, let's just sign off. Let's just sign off like pirate sign off, Richard says.
All right.
Pirate sign off.
Pirate
Okay?
sign off.
Pirate sign off. Okay, you ready?
Arr.
As always, thanks for watching. Until next time, adios.
So loud.
You sticker.
Adios. All right, guys. Have a good one. We'll see you later.
It sounded like you said RDO.
She's drank like half my Dr. Pepper over here. That's the only one in the whole house. Stop it. Get out of there. Jeez. All right, everybody. Have a great time. See you in a couple days.